Hi everyone, this is Aries Moon Girl and welcome to another unusual great match. Today we're going to talk about Sagittarius and Virgo. I got to this idea by looking at one of the famous couples that's in the world's attention for some time, but now again, and maybe will be again for some time, and also looking at the couples around me that I've noticed and some patterns that I've noticed there. So I'm talking about JayZ and Beyonce, but even more important, I'm talking about Virgo and Sagittarius. So why do Virgo and Sagittarius stick together? Why would they be drawn to each other? And I'm going to use the couple that I mentioned as an example. Of course, they have a lot more compatibility signs in their individual horoscopes. So they have moon conjunct ascendant, each one for the other. So that's a total different thing that encourages compatibility. But you probably have seen Virgo in a relationship with Sagittarius, and you are wondering, oh, what do they have in common? Because at the first glance, they are on different type of vibrations, if you want to call it so. So Sagittarius is fire sign, a mobile sign though, and Virgo is an earth sign, again a mobile sign. So the first thing that they have in common is that they are both very flexible in a way. Although Virgo is earth, and many times they are known to be like the nitpickers of the zodiac, and so mobile signs have an openness to them that other signs, not even the cardinal ones, for sure not the fixed ones, don't have. An openness to experience more, an openness to understand more, an openness to take in from the other what's interesting. So this is the first element of why a Virgo could be attracted to Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is so over the top at sometimes. It's like a big presence. Sagittarius takes a lot of room. It's very much ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius is the one that's friends with everyone, the one that preaches, the one that steals the attention, the one that is gregarious and always in a good mood, and like people love being around them. People love the Jupiter energy in Sagittarius. Even in Pisces, they benefit from this sometimes. Like it brings a type of happy-go-lucky type of vibe. While Virgos don't really represent happy-go-lucky. Virgos are usually very attentive to what's not going so well. So while Sagittarius might seem like they jumped into luck, Virgo seems like they worked really hard to make the situation perfect, and nothing comes as luck. So when they meet, they really recognize this in each other. So they recognize the differences, and both of them are smart enough to appreciate this. I have a video on what makes a Virgo fall in love, and I talk about fire signs that make a Virgo fall in love, because all that a Virgo wishes for is to let loose, let the hair down and party. All that a Virgo wishes for is to be able to be careless for a brink of time, to have fun, to fully, let go. And that's what Sagittarius represents. Sagittarius is the fun present, the fully let go, the party animal, like the party person. And Sagittarius takes Virgo out of their good girl, good boy era. If you think of Beyonce and JayZ, that's what happened with them also. Like he took perfect Beyonce, perfect young Beyonce, and he introduced her to the big world. Like he took her to the big world. That's what Virgo loves about Sagittarius. They know it's always a good time. They know they can let go with them. They know they can let loose. While Sagittarius really appreciates someone that can make the mundane happen while they are taking care of the big stuff. I the secret about Sagittarius is, and I think I've never mentioned this before, is that Sagittarius are perfectionists at heart. So they really strive for perfection. They are conscious that they are making all the big stuff happen, and that it seems, like without any effort, but at the same time they are conscious that a lot of chaos is around them in this process, and they would wish that everything was done with a lot more directive precision. So when they meet a Virgo, they can appreciate that side of them, like they like the practicality, they like that the Virgo can make the details happen, and that gives them time to make the overall picture happen. Plus they really value the perfectionism. That's something they strive for in secret, like Virgo strives for to let loose. Sagittarius strives for perfection, and this is what happens in this case. So Sagittarius really lets go, and Virgo is the type to, like the designated drunken driver to take a Sagittarius home. That can be a Virgo. The friend that you can rely on to book all of your appointments, the girlfriend that does that for you, the girlfriend that organizes your suitcase for work, like someone that takes care of all the things that you don't want to take care of, and you appreciate that very much. So that's one element that they recognize in each other and they love. The second or third point, I'm not really sure because I went all into more than one point within this, but is that Virgo wants a bit more attention on them than they are getting. This is another hidden thing. So Virgo is the most modest sign that exists. Like Virgo gives the best impression in terms of modesty. Like any placement in Virgo, you will not see like going over the top. You will not see putting all the emphasis on them. So when they do it in a way where it seems like, oh, it wasn't me, I'm not the type. And through having a loud mouth, through having a, like your mouthpiece, Sagittarius there, you don't need to do that. And if you think of Beyonce and JayZ, that's what happened with them as well. She took the courage from him to be more in the limelight. He encouraged her to take the spot, to take the limelight. And through him wishing that, she was able to do it, because Virgos, in a sense, they are a lot more modest than you would think. Like they don't dare do things for themselves. This is the axis of Pisces and Virgo. Pisces and Virgo need to do things for other people in a way. So Virgo will dare take center stage with and for a Sagittarius. And this is the case of Beyonce and JayZ, but in general, they would just dare to be there in the limelight with a Sagittarius. While a Sagittarius naturally attracts all the eyes, everyone is around them. Like you rarely find a lonesome Sagittarius, and those are anyways really looking into philosophy or life in a deep way, which also takes me to the fourth point. Virgo loves intellect. So if you're asking me about what a Virgo mostly likes, what they will go for, that's intellect. And Sagittarius is a philosophical type of intellect. So Sagittarius really loves philosophy and going deep into things. And Virgo can appreciate a smart mind more than they can appreciate almost anything else. Intelligence is for Virgo, alongside with Aquarius and then maybe Sagittarius, one of the most important things. If they can respect you mentally, then they can respect you. And usually Sagittarius is very well documented, very well researched, is interested in a lot of topics, knows a lot about everything. So Virgo will be in awe of this presence, and Sagittarius will like the appeal of being admired for this. So there's this level of having the conversation on a bit of a different playing field, because Virgo thinks of things more pragmatically, while Sagittarius dreams of them more, or like sees them in the way bigger fantasy world. But they can both still appreciate the conversation and the intellectual exchange that they have with each other. So that's another great point for them. Yeah, and probably the fifth point is physical attraction, in the way that, because I kind of gave you the reasons why Virgo is so much into the Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have to understand that it's a very, it's one of the signs that follows Scorpio. It's very much in their own world, in their dreamy world, with friends, with everything, but they can definitely appreciate the wholesomeness and the physical presence of a Virgo. Virgos can be sexy, but in a not too over the top way. They can be, like really, really attractive, but at the same time a bit nurturing, a bit grounding, a bit down to earth. There's a sexiness to a Virgo that most people admire, but definitely Sagittarius can admire in this case. And I think this is probably the case for JayZ and Beyonce also. So even if thinking of this couple, but in general, I think Sagittarius admires more the physical, the touchable aspects of a Virgo, like the practicality, the physical looks, the down to earth, what keeps me grounded type of elements. While a Virgo looks to a Sagittarius mind, or like a Sagittarius spirit that takes over the room and conquers everyone. And so that's the exchange that's happening there, and that's where the attraction comes from. And in the couple that I'm talking about, that happens a lot, but I've seen it in the real world as well. And I'm more talking about Sagittarius male with Virgo female, but there's also the opposite is valid for a Virgo man and a Sagittarius female. But I would say that this video probably focuses a bit more on the Sagittarius male and Virgo female. I'm gonna catch up more on the other combination, where I think the Sagittarius female really compensates a lot of the shyness of Virgo man, for example. So there's a lot more details to that, but I think overall they are very complementary. They don't have many of the same traits or same skills or so, but they have the openness to take from the other, and they have the admiration for the qualities that the other possesses that enhances their life. So this is why Virgos and Sagittarius stick together, and that's the couple that I had in mind as well. Yeah, so until next time, I care about the stars, I care about you, and I care about these combinations as well. So let me know which type of combinations you guys want to see, both in terms of compatibility, but also sun, moon, rising. Subscribe to the channel to find out more. I post, I'm trying to post now 2-3 times a week. I come live on a Sunday, so we do sun, moon, rising combinations there. So really subscribe, put the bell on so you know when I'm live, and you can ask for your requests. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.